Hello and welcome. My name is Rashi Mogha and I'm your host for this Empowered Women of the World podcast, a podcast where we talk about technology, leadership, and success. Last few months have been busy with speaking engagements, building new courses, and creating coaching offerings for our eWOW family. Now, when I go for these speaking engagements, my audience often asks me, what has helped me be successful? And in today's podcast, I thought I'll share the success habits with you. Now, 72% of people who actually consider themselves successful attribute their success to specific habits that they have developed over a period of time. While everyone's definition of success is different, the habits that help you achieve that success remain the same, and you kind of build on those habits. Now, as many of you know through my story, that when I moved to the US, I had to rebuild my life from scratch. I moved here with just a small job in my hand. I think I made $54,000 at that time every year. And that's all that I had. I had no car. I had no apartment. I had no belongings. I came with just 2 suitcases over here. And to be successful, I had to build habits that other successful people actually used. So what I share with you today is based on my personal experiences. It's based on various experiments that I have done over a period of time, the habits that I have developed, and what has worked for me. So here you go. Number 1 is clarity. Successful individuals have a clear vision of their goals. They define their objectives, break them down into actionable steps, and create a roadmap to success. Clarity enables them to stay focused and make informed decisions. And a good way to build this habit is to take time to write down your personal and professional goals and identify the steps to achieve those goals, a lot of which we teach through our methodology of discovering, visualizing, and actualizing your success. The second is to build competence. Successful people continuously invest in their personal and professional growth. They embrace lifelong learning, acquire new skills, strive for excellence in their chosen fields. Now, competence breeds confidence and sets them apart from the crowd. I spent 30 minutes every day to learn something new through books, through online content, podcasts, by networking with people. I also schedule learning as part of my daily work, and those 30 minutes on my calendar to learn something new are non-negotiable. So this is a habit that I built very early on in my life, and necessarily it started off with basically me trying to learn something new every day, immaterial of whether it was directly related to my goals or not. Now, it so happened that learning something new actually helped me develop that skill set, that muscle, that I could learn from those experiences and bring it back into the work that I was doing. So when you're just starting to build this habit, don't worry about what you are learning. Focus more on absorbing new information and then using that information somehow in your everyday life. Third habit is concentration. Successful individuals practice focus and they prioritize tasks that align with their goals. They eliminate distractors, manage their time effectively, and give their undivided attention to important activities. Now, concentration helps them maximize on productivity and achieve outstanding results. For me, it's more about turning my cell phone off, actually turning on the focus mode sometimes, and then also making sure that I do not spend 4 or 5 hours doing the same thing. For me, the concentration really works in 20-25 minutes of chunks, which is also called the Pomodoro technique for time management. That works best for me. So I schedule 30 minutes on my calendar to do something that I really want to focus on. I turn off the internet on my laptop if I am not if I do not require internet, the same thing with my cell phone, and I focus on doing the work that I need to do. I finish that task, take a break, and then move on to the next task. Number 4 is creativity. Successful people embrace their creativity and they think outside the box. They try out innovative ideas, approach challenges from unique angles, and constantly seek new opportunities. Now, what happens is that creativity then fuels their growth and enables them to stand out in competitive environments. Now, here is the thing. When I talk to a lot of people, I hear them getting stuck with this whole concept of new ideas. And I often hear this question from them: is my idea radically different from others? Is my idea different? Is my idea big enough to implement it? The reality is that really your ideas do not need to be radically different. If your idea is 10% different or 10% better than other solutions that are out there, it's definitely worth a try. Let me give you an example. When Fast Track Your Leadership Career, the book that I wrote in 2018, became an Amazon bestseller within 11 hours of its release, there were so many people who reached out to me and they wanted to take the conversation forward. And that's where the idea of the Empowered Women of the World platform was born. The traditional product manager, engineer in me wanted to build out a platform first and make that platform available. The innovative leader in me wanted me to try out something new. And at that time, podcasting was new. I had to learn how to podcast. But the moment I created and launched the eWOW podcast, it has its reach now in 60 different countries. If I would have waited for the platform to be ready, I would have missed out on that opportunity to reach my audience so quickly through a medium that already existed out there. So my idea was not radically different. I just was being innovative in my own space, and rather than thinking about focusing on building the platform first, I focused on how to reach the audience that was already there and wanted something more. So the 5th habit that I want to talk about is consistency. Successful people understand that small, consistent actions lead to significant results over time. They establish productive routines, stay disciplined, and they perceive through obstacles. Consistency builds momentum and propels them to get closer to their goals. Consistency is so important because if you're not consistent, you lose that momentum that you have gained. So instead of, working on something for 10 hours today and then forgetting about it for next 10 days, you might be better off working on it 1 hour every day for next 10 years, because that momentum that you gain, that compounding impact that it has, you lose on that if you're not consistent. And then the last one that I have, actually not last, number 6 that I have for you is courage. Successful people embrace uncertainty and step out of their comfort zones. They take risks, they overcome fears, and view failures as learning opportunities. Courage allows them to grow, to innovate, and to push boundaries. And courage is not about not having that fear or not being scared inside. Courage is about being scared and yet believing in yourself and having that leap of faith and just move forward, knowing that you don't know everything, but you're still going to give it a try. And the last one is confidence. Successful individuals believe in themselves. They believe in their abilities. They have faith in their ability to make a decision and pivot if needed. They build a network of experts around them for guidance. confidence attracts opportunities and inspires others to believe in them. So there you have it. These are some of the habits that I have developed over a period of time, and it has changed my life. Being consistent, having the courage to say yes, even though I'm scared inside, being able to to invest in myself and build my competency. These habits have really helped me grow. And I hope that you give some of these a try. Today's resource for you is the link to the Level Up Your Resume Toolkit that will help you craft your powerful resumes to get to the next level. The link is in the show notes. As always, thank you so much for joining me today, and thank you for loving, liking, supporting, and sharing the podcast. Remember, sharing is caring. I look forward to seeing you in our next podcast. Till then, keep empowering the world.